Let me play for you a clip of Donald Trump, a couple clips of Donald Trump that now he's panicking over because he made a big promise on the campaign trail and now he's doing the exact opposite thing. So here's a couple clips and then let me tell you about the reality.
I'm running on a plan to cut your energy prices in half. Within 12 months of taking office, your energy prices are going to fall at levels that you've never seen before. Under Kamala Harris, energy prices have risen 20, 30, 40, and even 50%.
You have that? 30, 40, 50, 2 billion%. Then this.
We will achieve energy.
Oh, we will achieve. It's so jarring when I hear him in rallies. We will achieve. We will make America healthy again. We will make America.
We will achieve energy independence. We're going to drill a baby drill. And I will terminate the Green New Scam, and we'll cut your energy prices in half, 50%, within 1 year from January 20th.
So we're past halfway through that 1 year mark. And he was going to cut our energy prices in half, which, as I told you at the time, he's not going to do that. And economically, that's utterly illiterate. How would you do that in a way that's not because of some economic collapse? Cut them in half. And then all of a sudden, he starts randomly posting again about windmills and focusing on windmills again. And my thought was, okay, I know he's obsessed with windmills, but why is he bringing this up again? Like the stupid and ugly windmills are killing New Jersey. They're killing New Jersey. Energy prices up 28% this year and not enough electricity to take care of state. Stop the windmills. And then any state that has built and relied on windmills and solar for power are seeing record-breaking increase in electricity and energy costs. The scam of the century will not approve wind or farmer destroying solar. The days of stupidity are over in the United States. MAGA. And then it all became oh so very clear. Trump tries to blame rising energy prices, the New Republic reports, on anything but his tariffs and his green energy initiatives. So he's kind of trying to flip it. His tariffs have been a part of this, and his attack on renewable energy sources has been a fueler of rising energy prices. And, taken in their entirety, energy prices are going up pretty significantly. Using data from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, Climate Power found that household gas prices had skyrocketed 56% from January to May 2025. The group also found that the average price of household energy had increased by roughly 10% during the same period. The one thing that has seen a decrease has been gasoline prices for a lot of reasons. Most that have nothing to do with Trump. But generally, his promise to cut energy prices in half, the opposite's happening. And Climate Power Senior Advisor Jesse Lee accused Republicans of inflicting a massive utility bill hike on their constituents. This is nothing short of a betrayal of their own voters. You have this climate think tank published a report in July that estimated Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill, which repealed tax credits for solar and wind energy installed under the Biden administration, might raise wholesale electricity price by 74% by 2035. Trump issued an executive order to ensure an end to market distorting subsidies, as he called them, for green energy projects. And this is one of the things causing cost increases. Other factors as well, but this and the tariffs is actually accomplishing the exact opposite thing. Trump's tariffs and green energy rollbacks push household electricity bills up 10%. Now, that gives us a little bit of clarity on why he's been panicking over this and blaming the windmills.
The Massachusetts area that over the last 20 years had 1 or 2 whales wash ashore, and
I forgot that was the clip. I remember last time we covered that, it was like, I'm going to see the Waukesha tribe. They hate the windmills, the Waukesha. No, they're called Waukesha now. Waukesha is a slur.
20 years had 1 or 2 whales wash ashore, and over the last short period of time, they had 18. Okay? Because it's driving them loco. It's driving them crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Those stats are almost certainly not true, but then you have this.
I think they're going to end up in the same place. You might as well go there quicker. And the other thing I say to Europe, we will not allow a windmill to be built in the United States. They're killing us. They're killing the beauty of our scenery, our valleys, our beautiful plains.
We get so numb to this, but really think about that. The U.S. president sat on the world stage talking about some of the most consequential issues, wars as one example, and starts saying that he told Europe, we won't allow windmills in the United States. How did that even come up? Why do they need to know that? Like Mr. or Mrs. Europe is sitting across the table and he goes, oh, by the way, we won't allow a windmill in the US. To which they respond, okay, what? But that attack on renewable energy, whenever you, basic economics, disincentivize or reduce the production of certain type of energy, thus at large, you're now having less energy produced, whatever type, renewable or not, then you're going to have increases in the prices. He kept going.
They have to stop windmills all over the place, too. You go around, you look at these beautiful valleys and beautiful hills and mountains, and you got windmills all over the place.
Well, you were playing golf, weren't you, on this beautiful golf course in Western Scotland? And what happened at the 18th hole?
Well, I'm looking down the 18th hole, and Turnberry is, I think, probably the best course in the world. Yeah. It's considered that by many people. And it's had 4 Open Championships, etc. And I'm looking down, and in the distance, I mean, it's a pretty far distance, but it doesn't matter. These things are massive. And you're looking at these ugly windmills, and it's a shame. It's really a shame. It's really hurting. You know, it's a con job saying the environmentalists want it, because I can't believe they really want it. Kills the birds, ruins the look. They're noisy. If you see them from your house is worth like 50%.
Yeah, nothing he listed there except for one kind of that's overblown was an environmental threat. It's a huge threat to the environment. It looks gross. Houses are less expensive. Really? Big environmental threat there, but it gives you clean energy. Now, part of the confusion maybe for these folks, like we heard that one of Fox contributors say, is they don't understand you can store energy. So the one Fox contributor said, yeah, I agree with Trump. The windmills suck because we haven't found out a way to store wind energy. So if the wind's not blowing, you can't use the energy. Would you be able to find that clip like in the next few minutes while we're still doing the segment? The little short form. You can find it on Instagram and send it maybe, because you'll see. Just wait. He'll find it. It'll be good. I just remembered though, I think in this clip, he says another one, like the washer shot, another just mind bender.
Planes, and I'm not talking about airplanes. I'm talking about beautiful plains, beautiful areas in the United States. And you look up.
He's so not smart. He goes, these valleys and these plains, and not like an airplane, but like plane, like with the grass. We knew you weren't talking about airplanes when you were listing off that list. But then his EPA head, director, administrator, whatever the term is, Lee Zeldin, is overseeing a complete kneecapping of the EPA's ability to do anything. The Environmental Protection Agency, they're trying to take out the protection part.
Without national greenhouse gas standards, could businesses be exposed to lawsuits and kind of a patchwork of state regulations?
Well, for a long time, you had businesses that were forced to live under this regulatory scheme that kept getting worse. It wasn't just like a regulation came out in 2009 after the endangerment finding, and then that was it. They kept on piling more and more and more regulations that followed. Our proposal isn't just a rescission of the endangerment finding, but also all of the regulations that followed for light, medium, and heavy-duty vehicles.
He's bragging about it. So just put simply, you have this pillar of a regulatory framework as to why the EPA has the regulatory power to do a bunch of stuff to protect the environment. So they're like taking out, now I'm mixing metaphors, but they're like taking out the foundation and the house is going to collapse. So that so much of the power the EPA had will be eliminated because of the foundational attack that they're levying. Then you have things like this as an example of what I mean. of Trump going after green energy projects that would lower energy prices. The Trump administration halted construction on a nearly complete offshore wind project near Rhode Island as the White House continues to attack the battered U.S. offshore wind industry that scientists say is crucial to the urgent fight against climate change. Danish wind farm developer Ørsted, which is my favorite wind farm developer, says the Revolution Wind projects is about 80% complete, with 45 out of its 65 turbines already installed. And there, despite the project, you have them issuing an order saying the federal government needs to review this and is going after it. So then you have Lee Zeldin bragging about this.
For joining us.
Great to be with you.
So what's behind this? I know this is more of an Interior Department thing, but what's the problem with this wind farm in Rhode Island?
President Trump's been very consistent. He's not a fan of wind, the economics of it. He's also been outspoken on environmental impacts to fisheries. And we saw a Section 232 decision for an investigation out of Commerce, which was...
Yeah, sorry, he's so boring. Trump, he's concerned about the fisheries. Yeah. Trump says he's as concerned about the fisheries as Ghislaine Maxwell. But like in the way of, you get the point. You get it. Seth Magaziner said, "This is in my district. Let's set the record straight. This America Last action by the Trump administration is blocking clean American-made energy from the grid. The project's 80% complete, and this is a terrible decision." Now, here's the fun part. Let's get this clip pulled up, because this is their argument against wind.
Windmills, you're ruining your countries.
He's 100% right. We don't have technology to store the energy from wind and solar.
How about you give me $1 million and I'll give you an invention where it's really cool. I came up with it, where you generate energy and you save it in this thing. We can call it a Batteron. Well, maybe we'll call it Beasley's Batteron. Well, Batteron doesn't rhyme with Beasley. What if we did something with E at the end of it? Beasley's battery. Let's say that. And it stores the energy and then you can use it later. That's a pretty cool idea. I figured it out. And we could name it something like Duracell. What is he thinking that he's saying?
Stop.
Is this person saying I'm ruining the country? This commenter just caught my eye. Or Trump's ruining the country. A commenter just says you're ruining our country. Hopefully that's directed at Trump. Hey, if you're commenting on my page, your will be taken as at me. So what's behind the weird, out of place? It's New Jersey. They're having rising energy prices because of windmills, and any state that's doing green energy, that's the reason prices are increasing. It's because he sees the price increases. He's doing the opposite of 50, 60, and 1,000%. We're going to decrease your energy prices. And he's panicked about it. Another huge campaign promise he's failing on. That is today's show. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. It is really so good to be back. I have a level of gratitude for getting to do this in the safety of this environment that I've never felt before to this extent. I appreciate all of you so much. You make it possible. Podcast listeners, don't forget to rate and review. So good to be back, and I'll talk to you next time.